Hi guys, welcome back to some action with Leeds United. It's been a while. I'll admit that I've taken a bit of time off due to a heavy work schedule, but we're back with Leeds. We're in the January transfer window. We're around 10 million to spend. I've made one inquiry about Ben Taleb. I had a quick look on a couple of websites, and he is meant to hit the 80s, which is all good. We have a few players who are available to be sold. I think we've got about 10 players who are available to be sold and a few to go out on loan. We'll quickly have a look at the team and just do a really quick overview. Bentner and McCormack in, Sterling on the left, Austin and Murphy in the middle with Kebe on the right, Murrow, Kabul, Pearce and Byram at the back. Team looks pretty good. Just want to sort out the bench and make sure everyone is okay. Don't really want Hunt on there. We'll have yes so. Other than that, yeah, the bench looks okay. So yeah, hopefully we can get rid of a few players, get a few wages off the book, and then we can look to get a couple of youth scouts in and try and look to build for the future. We are top of the table, so getting promotion is obviously our top priority this season. As Kabul looks like he's been injured, but he's okay to continue. McCormack has put us 1-0 up, and that's how the first half ended. Dorian DeVite at Charlton, former Spurs player, and it's still 1-0 to Leeds with about 15 to go. Kebe makes it 2-0 and puts the result beyond all doubt. And that's how the game ends, 2-0. I believe we've got a game against Ipswich after this one, and then we have a cup tie as Leeds United and Spurs in Ben Taleb talks. So we are 3 points ahead of QPR in the table. Goal difference, QPR has a better goal difference, but then we do have a massive gap down to Blackburn in third. And then between Bolton in 6th and Reading in 7th, there's a huge gap as well. So let's have a look, see what these 4 offers are. I did put an inquiry in for Ben Taleb. So we have a transfer offer for Tunkara. Gillingham, season-long loan. Let's accept that. Let him go out and get some game time and see what happens with him. Right, physiotherapist. Yunt Kabul out for 7 days. We can deal with that. They consider 625,000 for Ben Taleb. He's on 8 grand a week. I can quite happily offer that, considering we have 10 million to spend. Right, so I know we have 40 players on the book, so we need to look to get rid of a couple. Obviously, we don't have that much room, as Pearce wants to discuss his wages. Okay, let's go into the contracts and have a look. These 5 guys actually that are all less than a year on the contract, I'm happy to let them go. White has requested a transfer. But he's on the transfer list, so we're happy with that. It was Pearce, wasn't it, who wanted to start his contract. He's a 2 year, 6 months left, 6,000, and he wants to go to 15,000. And you can have 1 year extra, and I'll move you up to 10,000, make you an important first team player. Let's see if you accept that. I think 15 for someone that's on 6 grand a week. 15 grand is a hefty hike, and I think it's far too much, if I'm being brutally honest. So we're not going to worry too much about that. Right, so we've got Butland in goal, Sterling, anyone else that can play. Cameron Stewart can play. McCormack, let's give you a rest. And where's Yesel? Let's have Yesel there. On the bench, let's give Bentner a full rest. Yeah, that'll do. Right, at home to Ipswich, who won 2 of their last 3, so this is going to be an interesting game. Hopefully we can at least get a draw to keep ourselves ahead of QPR, but QPR have gone 1-0 up. You can see that at the bottom against Derby, but Leeds has put us 1-0 up. Game ends 3-1, Wickham, Mowat and Leeds with the goals. And a goal 3 minutes from time for Ipswich. Office, Spurs, transfer offer accepted. Thank you. Right, wage offered. We'll offer this. We'll offer Bentaleb 10 grand a week. 4-year deal, and he's going to be an important first team player. We're going to want to get him in the side, and we're going to want to get him progressing well, especially as Jonathan Dos Santos is out for a while. As Man United target Godin of Atletico Madrid. Player sold as well, was that? The deal to sell Aidan White to Ipswich Town. Thank you. I didn't even have to worry about that one. Transfer offer for Nicholas Bentner from Newcastle. I am going to counter that and say you can have him for 26 million. If they decide yes they'll pay it, then fair enough, they can pay it, but otherwise I'm happy that they aren't. But I'm also happy that Aidan White's gone. That is some good news. Bentaleb has obviously accepted that contract, thank you. And Pierce, we saw there, has declined his contract, that's not a problem. Right, Bentaleb, what is... so Jonathan Dos Santos is a 73. Bentaleb, where are you? You're 68 already. I'm happy with that. I'll take that definitely. You will be hopefully starting a few games. I may look to... Bentaleb leaves Spurs on a cheap, it says. Well, we can only hope. Newcastle don't want to pay 26 million for Bentner. I'm not surprised. Kabul says he's fit. So let's have a look at the team. See what can happen. See if he can go in. I am slightly concerned we may need to... I've got Byram at the right back. Leeds. Kabul, are you fully fit? No, you're not. So we'll leave Leeds in there. Morale for Leeds is pretty low. I'm going to want Bentaleb straight in there. Yeah, let's keep Austin in the middle. Kebe on the right, Sterling on left, Bentner and McCormack up front. Hunt, drop you down. Sibi Shreevers up there. Kabul, let's take you out, let you get fully rested and recovered. Who have we got? Anyone? Wotton, let's give you a chance on the bench. Right, away to Preston in the Cup. Tough place to go. They've won 2 of their last 3. Right, so what can we do with this game? 1-0 win. Murray with the goal in the 90th minute. That's well, it's a bit of a shock. I expect us to win that game pretty comfortably, if I'm being honest. But a win is a win, and we're through to the next round. That's probably the most important thing anyway. Right, Leicester is the game that's coming up now. Wales international management offer. Wow. I'd love to accept that with Gareth Bale and whatnot, but I'm just going to leave it. At home to Leicester, that team looks pretty good. It won the last game, so let's stick with the same team. So Leicester lost to Wigan, lost to Leeds, and beat Barnsley. Paul Konchesky booked early doors, and a 3-1 win. McCormack, Sterling and Austin with the goals. Wickham, Wotton and Peltier all came off the bench. Jimmy Kebe wants to say thanks. Inform Rhodes courted by Bayern 04. Interesting. Right, so game against Millwall. I believe this is our last game in January. And we've got 57,000 more in prize money. Right, so this is Millwall, isn't it? I'm going to rest McCormack, and we will give Sibi Shreevers a game. Mbaye, let's give you a game instead of Sterling, and let's move Sterling to the right. Yep, Tom Lees, let's rest you and have Kabul back in. So it just really is the centre of midfield, and maybe a new right mid is what we need. We have obviously Sterling to go there, Jonathan Dos Santos, so we could potentially do with another centre mid. Although Bentaleb should hopefully by the end of this season hit 70. Right, we're away for this game against Millwall, who have lost their last 3. So I would hope we can get a win. As I am recording this, Leeds are playing Millwall today. The game is ongoing right now. So is it going to be a win in the game and a win in real life? Bentner injured and McCormack has come on. Shrevers has gone off and Shrevers has come on for Wickham. Keve has come on for Bentaleb. Shrevers gets the goal. And that's the only goal in the game. That's not bad. Yeah, so where does that put us in the table? Oh, Leeds Liverpool in the FA Cup. When is this game? It is straight after the transfer deadline. So a chance for Sterling and Yesel to potentially play against the former club. Player injured. Bentner's out for 2 weeks. So let's go and have a quick look on the transfer list, see if there is anyone available. We have 9.8 million. I could just spend that on youth scouts. It's not as if we actually need anyone. Let's just have a quick check. Centre mids, we potentially could do with a 70 plus centre mid. It would be nice to have another one. And just by looking there's absolutely no one that rings any bells. Let's see if there's anyone on the loan market that just rings a bell that some player playing for XYZ club. Actually, the other player who I can contemplate, I'm going to go to where am I going to go? Let me have a think. Yeah, Liga BBVA. Let's go to Real. See if we can potentially get Yese. Would be nice. Casemiro could be one. Recently arrived from Sao Paulo for 5.5 million, so we've got no chance really of getting him in. Isco would be one if I could get him in. Recently arrived from Malaga, but not a chance. Yese. Ask him to scout, not shout. Inquire, see what they say. Because if I get Yese on the left potentially, we can play right as well. So we've got Yese right or left. Luis Suarez at Real Madrid as well. Luka Modric would be great if I could get him in, but he won't. He won't come, and I won't even try, to be honest, because it's just too much in terms of wages as well. Rafael Varane could be a good one to try and bring in. Lewandowski as well. Holy shiza, they've got some great players in that team. Sevilla. Valencia have they got anyone decent? Let's have a quick look. Diddly do. Philippe Senderos, interesting. Centre mids. Stands out. We'll have a quick move forward for a couple of days, and then I may leave it. And oh wow, Barca interested in Aguero. 21 million for Varane, so that's a no thank you. And what do they say about Yese? Recently joined, not interested in letting him go. Okay. Press conference I'm not going to worry about. Guys, I'll call it a day there as 15 minutes, nice easy intro back into the Leeds career. And it gives me a chance to have a look at some potential new signings. Many thanks for watching, guys. Next episode will be out on Monday, so leave some comments for any potential new signing. We could potentially do with I've said potentially too many times. Thought I'd say it there for a bit more fun. Yeah, it's centre mids, I think, where we need. Centre mid and right mid or left mid. We need someone, ideally, who is already potentially Premier League quality or that sort of Serie A, Bundes, La Liga, we need someone who is first team quality already. We don't need anyone with potential. We've got Sterling, we've got Bentaleb, we've got Jonathan Dos Santos. Maybe I look to try and go back in for Gylfi Sigurdsson. On the top of my head, I can't really think of anyone who we could get from another club in the Premier League, who's potentially we could go for James Milner, but I think he's going to be on a lot. Whereas I'm trying to get players who say 50 grand a week max wage. That's the sort of player I'm thinking about. Fabian Delph, maybe that type of player, get him back. But we shall leave it there, and I'll be back with you in a couple of days. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.